So before I begin, I'm not trying to hide it. I know you all can see it in my eyes that I'm mentally and emotionally drained. You understand? Like today, I'm not going to do anything but just rest. Besides doing videos, of course, but I'm going to rest. You understand? Because what happened yesterday, I don't even know how to explain it. I thought that, that this didn't exist. I thought that men were really like just making this stuff step up, but it happened to me. So bear with me, hear me out. So this, past Sunday, I woke up, typical Sunday. I woke up, it was sunny, it was nice out. And I decided that I was going to make a commitment to myself. You understand that going into the winter, normally I mess up my diet and that's when I get fat. You understand? So I do all of this working out and losing weight and the detoxes and all of that stuff every year in the summer. And then when the winter, when the actual weather breaks, that's when I fall. When the fall comes, that's when I fall. So I made it a conscious effort to clean out my kitchen, to get rid of all of these so-called organic and gluten-free products that they sell us. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you all realize it or not, but when they put organic on the boxes, especially on processed foods, that are in boxes, that's just another marketing and advertising tool to get you to buy the product. When it says organic or USDA approved organic or gluten-free. At the end of the day, you can't trust any of that. So I got rid of that stuff. You understand? And once I got rid of the stuff that I needed to get rid of out of the kitchen, hold on. I'm making a point here. We're leading up to what you really want to hear, right? So once I got rid of all of the stuff that I needed to get rid of, my kitchen was bare. So I said, you know what? Let me go to Whole Foods, restock on quinoa, wild rice, black rice, kidney beans, lentils, green lentils, red lentils, black lentils. Let me stock up and get ready and prepared for the week to come. You understand? Because this is when I'm going back to the gym. And instead of losing the waist, I don't call it weight. Instead of losing the waist, you understand, my goal this time is to build muscle, right? So I get in my car and I'm driving to Whole Foods. I get a call from my mother because I had called and I was like, oh, you on the phone? And she's like, yeah. I was like, so just call me when you get off the phone. So she called me back. I'm talking to her, and we get into a disagreement. All right, I'm not going to say an argument. It was just a disagreement, right? Like most parents are with their children, they can't seem to get it out of their mind that that child is no longer a child anymore. That child is a grown-ass man. And that's how you have to treat that child. Or should I say man? Right? So we going back and forth because she's not respecting me as a man. And she doesn't realize that, right? I'm saying this not to put my business out there. I'm just saying I was already heated because of the disagreement we had, on the phone, my mother and I, right? So I get to Whole Foods. I'm already upset because I love my mother, but she done fucked around and pissed me off. I'm not lying. I'm a man before anything. That's the way I look at it. That's the way I look at it. Before I'm somebody's child, before I'm somebody's father, I'm a man right now. You understand that? And I don't play when it comes to my manhood. Okay. So I walk in Whole Foods, and this is in Waverly. I don't know if you all familiar with Charlotte, but this is in Waverly. The Whole Foods in Waverly, right? This new area that's off of Providence Road, going into Weddington, North Carolina, right? So I'm in Whole Foods, and I'm already heated But I'm like, yo, this is not the environment. This is not the time to be upset. Calm down, right? Oh, let me take it back. I'm sorry. I left out one key point. So as I'm going into Whole's Food, I go there, all the time when I need to shop. Most of the time, I'm not gonna lie, I don't even realize that I still have my firearm on me, right? But today, for some odd reason, I made sure that I kept my firearm inside my car. Because for those that don't know, Whole's Food does not allow you to carry your firearm inside their place of business. So you have to respect their rules, right? So I made sure I kept my firearm inside the car. But prior to that, in the past, I've always forgot about it. But today Sunday, for Sunday, for some odd reason, I remembered to keep that in the car, right? So I'm in Whole's Food, I'm calming down, I'm counting to 5, I'm breathing, I'm not lying. So all of a sudden, a vibe came over me and I felt relieved, right? So now my guard is down and I'm open, right? Pause. So I go to get these bags, right? Because Whole's Food, for some odd reason, they don't have the plastic bags for you to, get food in bulk. You understand? So I'm in a bulk section if you all are familiar with Whole's Food. So I go around to the side to get these coffee bags that they have to put the wild rice and the quinoa, everything that I need, you know what I'm saying, in these particular bags. So I go around, I get the bags, and I'm so much at peace. So much. My guard is down. I'm not paying attention to anything because I'm just so focused on just being peaceful. You understand? I just got into a situation with my mother. I'm heated. I've calmed down. And now I'm just humble, right? I go over there to get the wild rice. I bag it up, right? And this Mexican dude comes out of nowhere. I didn't see him. Normally, I pay attention to my surroundings. I'm always on point. Always on point. I know what that lady over there, what color dress she has on, what size shoes she have on, without even looking at her. Because that's just how on point I'm on. That's where I'm at. I mean, let's be real. I was born in New York. I was conditioned to be like this. You always got to watch your back. Your left and the right, and what you see in front of you. But yesterday, I just was on some humble, you know what I'm saying? Because I just got into it with my mother, right? I don't want to get into it with anyone else. Mexican appears out of nowhere. He says, hey, where you get the bag from? So I'm like, huh? Because his accent is kind of strong, right? I'm like, if you go around the corner, there's some bags over there. You know what I'm saying? Right where that honey is at. And I pointed to it. He's like, huh? I don't. So now I'm getting kind of heated, right? But then I'm saying to myself, okay, you got to understand. I'm saying to myself, okay, I already got into it with my mom's. I'm not trying to take it out on him. Because all he's asking is for some brown bags to get whatever he needs to get in bulk. Because I'm in a bulk area. So I was like, yo, you know what? Man, Langston, calm the hell down. This guy just wants to know where the bags is at, right? So I just, once again, lowered my wall. Lowered my, spidey sense, if you want to look at it like that, right? So I walked around with him to show him the bags. Yo, it's right here. He's like, oh, man, thank you, man. I didn't mean to bother you, da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, no problem, man. So then he follows me back to the bulk section, and he's like, so you like the wild rice? I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good for you. And he was like, well, yo, man, what about that white rice? I'm like, yo, man, anything that you see that's a food that's white, well, not everything, but most of the things that you see that's white is bleached. They have no nutritional value to it. everything that you see that has color to it has nutritional value to it, right? So I'm breaking it down to him, and he's like, all right, so which one do you think I should choose? Because, I got this big fat belly, right? So now I'm like, man, I'm like saying to myself, man, I was this close from flipping on this dude. But all he wants to know is, about, the grains and how to be healthier. And that's right down my alley. So I'm talking to him, and then he says, yeah, because you look kind of lean. And I'm not lying, like this whole week, I haven't been in the gym in like probably about 10 days now. And I'm not lying, like people that work out all know that you have to, take a break. But while I'm taking a break, I got veins, look at that. I got veins popping. It was worse than that yesterday. Veins popping all out my arm, and so he's seeing that, right? I had a nice shirt on. I'm looking fit, because I am fit, right? So he's like, yeah, I see you in shape, and the ladies love the veins and all of that, and this and that. So he keeps on going on about how, I look, right? So I didn't think anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Because, every now and then people do compliment me on my looks. You understand? So he was like, so where you work out at? I'm like, no, I work at the YMCA. He's like, well, what do you have to do? So I'm breaking it down to him. You go to the YMCA, and if you get the Metro card, right? It costs a little bit more. You could be able to go to any YMCA inside of Charlotte and outside. You can actually go to any YMCA in North Carolina, the state of North Carolina, and the state of South Carolina. Now, a difference when you leave out and, go to Georgia or Florida. They have to honor your membership. But other than that, you can, go about as you please in North Carolina and South Carolina, right? So then he's like, yeah, because I want to lose this stomach. He said it again. I said, all right, I tell you what. This is what you do. This is the best thing that I could tell you. Continue to eat what you're eating right now. Just cut whatever you're eating in half. And I'm telling you, half of that stomach that you have, you'll lose it. And he was like, man, I thank you for that. So then he says, yeah, because I love black people. Well, I didn't think too much about it, Mexican saying he loved black people, hey, not a problem. And then he says, especially men. So I'm not really thinking too much about it, because, okay, you love men, but, I think we're having a heterosexual conversation. Not knowing that I'm the one having a heterosexual conversation while he's having a homosexual conversation with me. But I don't get it, and I don't understand it, because I've never been around that type of fuckery, right? So then he says, I love black men. I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, because they're beautiful. So I'm not thinking too much about it, because you got to understand, there's a culture difference. You understand? Like, that's what people need to really understand. Like, white people say certain things, black people say certain things, Mexicans or Hispanics say certain things. Everybody says, certain things, and those things can be offensive. You understand? So it's a culture difference between the two. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's how he talks in his culture, and that's how they do things, right? So then he says, yeah, especially black men, because they're big. So that's when the conversation stops. And now I know exactly where he's at. And I say to myself, you know what? Let me walk away from this dude, because it's about to be a problem in Whole Food. I walk away from him. I'm like, yo, you take it easy. I'm out. Right? I'm not trying to hear nothing. None of that. After that point. Right? So I go around, and they have these oils, right? Like peppermint oil, eucalyptus, rosemary, that you could burn in, the oil burners, right? So normally I get lemongrass from Mystic Essence, in Brooklyn, New York. You know what I'm saying? It's located off of Smith Street, right? Not too far from downtown Brooklyn. It's right off of Smith Street. I think that the courthouse is over there, something like that. And then right up the street is Medina, if you're familiar with the area, right? So normally I get my oils from there, right? But I ran out and I was like, you know what? I don't feel like actually just ordering, because it costs $30 regardless. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like ordering one oil, lemongrass, to pay $30 for one small oil. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go over here and just see what oils they have. So I go over there. Now, it's this African-American woman that knows me over there. You know what I'm saying? We don't know each other like that, but she's familiar with my face because I always go to that Whole's Food, right? So she's like, I'm like, hey, how you doing? She's like, I'm doing fine, and you? I'm like, nah, I ain't doing too fine. She's like, what happened? I said, yo, this Mexican dude over here tried to talk to me, and I'm trying to be wholesome in Whole's Food. But you gotta understand that I'm not that type of person. You understand? Like, I got a past, and I don't play that mess, right? And she was like, huh? I'm like, yeah, this Mexican dude tried to talk to me. And you know what this broad said? You know what this broad said? Let me drink some water real quick. She laughed and said, all he was trying to do is shoot his shot. I love you, a black woman, but I've been through a lot with you these past few months. And all I wanted was for that black woman to understand that I'm a heterosexual man. I got a past. And my past, I have a temper. And little did she know that it would have been a problem if I had that on me. So then I walk away from her because she can't help me. She can't calm me down. Matter of fact, she infuriated me even more. So I go over there, my daughter, she likes quinoa flakes for breakfast. I'm getting the quinoa flakes. I'm seeing the Mexican with his cart go past the aisle that I'm on. Then he turns around and comes up. I'm like, all right, it's about to be on. It's about to be on. He says, good night, my friend. I didn't say nothing to him, straight silence. Because if he would have stopped, touched me or anything, it would have been a wrap, right? So I said, you know what? First time I let him get away with it. But he caught me off guard. You gotta understand that. I just had a disagreement with my mother, and I was trying to be peaceful as possible. And you know how it is for black men. All eyes are on you. Right? Did not want to cause a scene. Second time, he intentionally came up to me and said, good night, my friend. All right, cool. I went to the car, put that on me, and I'm not gonna lie, I was on my ignorant shit. I sat right in front of my car and was on some, yo, pull up. Pull up. Because I don't play when it comes to my manhood. I don't. And now, I have to be that nigga that I did not want to be. Because now I understand that regardless, people take my kindness for weakness. All I was trying to do was help that man out. And he was trying to talk to me in a sexual manner. So now I gotta be the bad guy. Now I gotta say enough is enough. And if you all see me in Charlotte, I suggest, for your safety as well as mine, don't come up to me with that BS. You come up to me with that BS, it's going to be a problem, because I'm letting you know already. Off the rip, I don't know whether you look at me as a clown Whether you think my hair's funny, whether, you think I'm soft because I have soft features, you gonna see how soft I am if you come up to me with that BS. Because regardless of how you feel about me, I'm a man. And I don't play it. And y'all think when I get up here and talk about stories of me, I'm a 90s dude and I think y'all think it's entertainment. But I'm a grown-ass man, and I really mean what I say. So I'm asking you. Matter of fact, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. If you come up to me, you see me in Charlotte, you better be on your best behavior. Because if not, you ain't gonna like it. You're not gonna like it. And I'm telling you, real men don't test other real men. Real recognize real. And I'm dead ass serious. Like, you're gonna see my eyes turn colors. Straight up. And then you're gonna see, oh, nah, this little nigga right here, you don't wanna fuck with him. Because I'm not playing games. No more Mr. Nice Guy. I see what that's got. All in the comment section, y'all threatening me and all the rest of that shit. I see how, you know what? I ignore that shit. I'm not ignoring any of that shit anymore. I'm letting you all know that you will be blocked. It's just that plain and simple. Now you know. I am a man. If you're not gonna give me my respect, I'm gonna take it. That plain and simple. This is what black men are going through. My black woman let me down. Laughed in my face and said he was just trying to shoot his shot, as if that man was a woman. My black woman let me down. I found out that without putting my business out there, that my moms don't even respect me as a man. She still looks at me as her child. And now I know how. Everybody looks at me. And now that's gonna change. Because I ain't the one to fuck with. I mind my business. I don't bother anybody. And for someone to bother me, it ain't gonna end well. The purpose of me doing this video is because I know there's a lot of men out there that are just trying to motherfucking just go to work, make money, take care of their family, and this type of shit happens. And the only thing that people see is our response. Not the one that initiated the shit. Oh no, not the one that threw the rock at us and hit us in our head. No, it's just our response. Oh, all I saw, this is crazy. This is what white America tells us when they lock us up. All I saw was you hit that man. You did this to that man. But you didn't see what he did to me first. Because black men don't walk out. I know that you all think that we do, but we don't get up and walk outside and say, I wish a nigga would. Not all the time. Sometimes we're humble and you would think in Whole's food, you could let your guard down a little. But now I see I gotta be on point at all times.